Hey, it's Casey Okupi with Free Speech Northwest, and I'm talking to Mike Nearman, Representative Mike Nearman. How are you doing?
Hey, hi, Casey. Good.
Hey. Now you just sent a letter to the what was that called? What's that person?
So the Attorney General of the state of Oregon.
Right, Oregon
Yeah.
Attorney General, and you were saying that you wanted to get in on that whole lawsuit about the foul play with the voting, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm honestly, I think that the legal process is kind of grinding down, and I think that there was some fraud in the election and all that kind of stuff, and I just don't think that we have enough hard evidence on the total number of votes to really to be able to credibly go to the Supreme Court and have them overturn an election. I mean, you really have to have some overwhelming thing for them to do that. They're really reluctant to do that unless there's really overwhelming evidence, and I don't think we have that kind of evidence. And so, I'm kind of emotionally prepared to turn over the keys to the White House to Biden. But I got to say, I'm kind of a little bit puzzled and a little bit angered and a little bit worried that the Supreme Court wouldn't even take the Texas case. So the Texas case was not a case where they were saying, oh, we think there was fraud and we think there was irregularities and all that. That Pennsylvania case, that was one like that. The Texas case, they were just saying, look, it was purely based on the what happened with the law of the U.S. Constitution says that state legislatures set up the procedures for elections.
Yeah.
Those procedures weren't followed, and so therefore those elections need to be are cast into doubt as to whether or not those were illegal elections. So, and I would have been okay if the Supreme Court had taken the case and then ruled against Texas or just I could have slept at night on that. But you have 71 million people who voted for Trump and who, there's some level of fraud in every election or whatever, something like that. And we didn't get our day in court, and that's pretty upsetting. And what do you say? And then you come at me and you say, not you, but
Sure.
and then they come at me and they say, hey, come on, get over it and be unified and everything like that. And I'm saying, no, I didn't get my day in court. Al Gore got his day in court. He wasn't happy with how it turned out. Hillary never went to court, whatever. But you win some elections, you lose some elections. But when you have one that's really close like this, it's really disappointing to see the Supreme Court not say, okay, we'll go to court and we'll hear what you have to say, and we'll give you your day in court. I think that would have made a lot more people happy. And so now you have a bunch of very unhappy people, and you have some people that are maybe not ready to be so unified. So anyway,
Yeah.
so that signed on to that letter. That was Bill Post's idea, Representative Bill Post. I don't want to throw him under the bus or anything like that. And then I did most of the writing of the letter, although most of the text of the letter was just stolen from the Texas complaint. So
Hmm.
uh, anyway, so it's kind of a Bill Post, Mike Nearman thing. I think we had 12 people sign on, 12
Yeah.
legislator elects sign on.
Well, that's a big deal. I mean, people appreciate that. They appreciate your efforts in fighting the good fight. You know what I mean? Fighting for the
Yeah,
cause. But what do you
yeah.
feel?
And go ahead.
What do you think about the sincerity of people talking about how we need to be unified and where that's coming from, versus like the last 4 years and the feeling of unification under those circumstances?
Yeah. So yeah, of you mean of the people, the deep state people weaponizing the U.S. legal law enforcement agencies against the president of the United States, and for 4 years, and the
Mm-hmm.
media was constantly just um, putting down any kind of attempt to report news and just being a nonstop um, Trump hating, Trump Cheeto man bad voice for 4 straight years. And then I'm just supposed to say, well, okay, that's, and I'll just be happy and just be unified. and sit down and shut up and eat my chicken livers. I
Yeah, I
don't know.
mean,
It just doesn't sound like a like I don't I think I could be forgiven for not wanting to be so unified.
yeah, exactly. That's how I feel anyway.
Yeah.
There's a
I
lot.
remember even Governor Kate Brown doing the resist thing and all that. So
Of
I don't know.
course.
Maybe I'll make lessons from her and do that. I have some civil disobedience planned, and I hope that I get the same treatment from the police and from my district attorney when I do some civil disobedience, and we'll see how that turns out.
Oh, absolutely. They got a whole Chaz up there in Portland now, I guess. Some
Yeah,
Red House drama, and I.
yeah, and more catch and release on the criminals there. Did you read Andy No on that? He's reporting about catch and release again.
Yep, that district attorney, right? Up there? Is that who
Yeah.
it is? Yeah.
Hmm.
They just
Yeah.
release all the Antifa, but then if somebody, I don't know, who isn't part of that group gets arrested, I don't think they're as generous with the release process, you know?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.